Openly repair the gallery ROADS, but sneak through the passage of Chencang. Compton to Chencang, feel me. Kindling fog thick like smoke from a chronic session. Jinyu road twistin', serpentine, dassen past dark as Crenshaw at midnight. Zhuge Liang posted in the command tent, fan wavin' slow. Strategic like a chess move in a dice game, thinkin' he bout to own the whole block. Second Northern Expedition, we pressin' up heavy. Wei just got bodied at shitting, Luzon turned Cao Ziu to a ghost memory. So they yanked every soldier east to guard Sun Quan's shadow. Guanzhong naked, wide open, no security on the dice table. Game na Zhuge say let's eat, roll 40,000 deep. Armor gleamin', torchlit, flags snappin' like red bandanas in the wind. Pull up to Chencang, Lil, fortress hugged by hills. Walls solid brick, moats hungry for bodies. Inside, 1,000 Wei wolves, led by Hao Zhao. No superstar name, just loyalty thicker than a brick of pure yayo. Miscellaneous general on scrolls, but heart cold like a .45 in winter frost. Zhuge send the connect, Jin Xiang, old Taiyuan link. Yell up at the gate, Io how, numbers don't lie. 40 thou versus 1 thou, fold now join the feast, we eatin' eternal over here. How step to the parapet, voice cut in, night like drive-by echo. Now blood I know the code, Wei fed my kin, pinned my rank. Mama raised me loyal, I ain't switchin', sets for nobody. Tell Zhuge pull up if he want that smoke, cause defense my only language, period. Jin circle back, push harder, you'll finna die for nothin', outnumbered like roaches in the trap. How grab the bow arrow notched, eyes locked, Jin dip quick, words hangin' in the air. Now it's war poetry. Zhuge unleashed the arsenal, ladders climbin', ivy on a trap spot. Siege towers risen, 100 feet, Watts towers with murder intent. Chariots bashin', tunnels creepin', under dirt like border smugglers. Moats filled with earth and fallen bodies, trying to bury the resistance. How counter every bar, flaming arrows rain like tracer rounds. Ladders burn to ash, stone mills droppin' on chariots crunch. Inner walls double thick, stone on stone insurance policy. Counter tunnels dug to meet 'em underground, block every sneaky move. 20 days straight, blood paintin' the walls. Shoe bodies pillin' like cold cases in the coroner's lot. 40,000 wolves howlin', but can't breach this one fortified trap house. How holding court with 1,000, 10-to-1 odds, still winning rounds. Loyalty unbreakable, preparation surgical. Real ones know, it ain't the size of the crew. It's how solid you built your foundation. Word spread like wildfire, Cao Zhen summon the cavalry. Fei Yao sprintin', Cao Rui call the vet Zhang He from Fangcheng. East Side legend who bodied Ma Su at Jiating. Emperor lean in, you think Zhuge breach before you land. Zhang He smirk low, hell nah, shoot too far from the plug. Grain on fumes, supply line thinner than a snitch's spine. They ghost in 10 days, tops, bet. And it dropped just like prophecy. Food vanish in shoe camp, Wei riders pillin' up like lowriders at a hydro's show. Zhuge read the play cold, lift the siege, peel out silent into mountain shadows. Retreat sting, Wang Shuang get greedy, chase for stripes. Horse squad thunderin', Zhuge set the ambush clean. Wei Yan swing once, Wang Shuang's head roll like loaded dice gone wrong. One scalp for the books. But the mission, straight L. 40k couldn't crack 1k. 20 plus days of inferno, heavy losses, back to shoe with empty pockets. Sep that one trophy head. Zhuge the mastermind, plots like chess on marble. But Hao Zhao ran the real streets that day. Small squad iron will, walls like Compton barriers. Refused to fold under avalanche pressure. Biggest army don't always run the turf. Sometimes it's the one dude who stay down for his set. No matter the odds stacked against him. The game, documentary forever. West Coast boss. Mislead the opponent with a straightforward tactic that seems to take ages, but catch him off guard by using a quicker route and approaching him stealthily. This strategy is occasionally referred to as the Trojan horse strategy, which originates from the story of the Greeks trying to breach the walls of the formidable fortress of Troy. Magic is fundamentally about the illusion of violating nature's laws, including making tangible objects appear or vanish, slicing people in half, and deciphering thoughts. Nature's laws cannot be violated, which is why magicians aim for the brain to create the illusion of accomplishing what we all understand to be impossible. At the core of magic lies misdirection. It is the technique of shifting the audience's attention from what the magician is actually doing. This effect is known as inattention blindness, and was notably illustrated in 1999 by psychologists Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris. They produced a video showing 6 people in a circle tossing 2 basketballs. They then asked others to watch the video and count how many times the balls bounced. As a result, nearly half of the viewers who focused on counting the bounces failed to see a man in a gorilla suit walking through the game and beating his chest. 1 Geopolitical and Business Deal Maneuvers, 2025-2026. Investigations into key infrastructure or port deals, for instance, those with Hong Kong tycoons or international dealings, often point fingers at the parties for utilizing this approach. The public's gaze is fixed on negotiations, announcements, or one prominent feature, the overt gallery road repairs, while the real aim is to subtly cement control or advantages in a way that becomes irreversible once achieved. External entities, such as the US, are shown as acting too late to the hidden advancement. The strategy is to combat disinformation similarly to how the old methods functioned. Convince people that you're making one large, obvious move to halt the untruths, while in reality, you're carrying out smarter, less noticeable actions that truly achieve better outcomes. Algorithm. Step 1. Do the obvious thing loudly, the visible repairs. You talk a lot about dispelling the myth, release comprehensive, in-depth fact checks, discuss it on social media and in the news, organize public awareness initiatives to teach individuals how to recognize false information. This forces those disseminating the false information to concentrate their efforts on criticizing your public initiatives. By attacking the large, obvious target, they believe they are winning. Step 2. Complete the actual task in silence, the hidden passage. You carry out the following tasks behind the scenes, while everyone watches the boisterous altercation. Without making a major announcement, discreetly slow down or block the accounts that propagate the most false information. Make it more difficult for the misleading narrative to spread to new audiences, for example, by including brief cautions or additional clicks before sharing. In small groups or through games and entertaining content, gently and early alert people about the lie so that they are already a little dubious when they encounter it. Determine who is funding or coordinating the misinformation, then discreetly report them to authorities or platforms. Increase the number of reliable sources and accurate information that gradually dispel false information from search results or feeds. Step 3. Continue observing and making adjustments. Even if individuals are still debating your public fact checks, see if the lie is truly becoming less widespread. Increase the number of quiet activities if they are effective. Reduce the amount of time and effort spent on the public battle and concentrate more on the job that goes unnoticed. The idea is to avoid confronting the untruth in a public setting, while you discreetly shut off their true power, make them waste time on the seeming conflict. In this manner, the misinformation fades more quickly and becomes less potent. The current date is January 23, 2026. Here's a straightforward, everyday example of how the misinformation algorithm we discussed actually works in real situations, using the early January 2026 case after US forces captured Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro on January 3, 2026. Right after the news broke, social media, especially X, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, got flooded with AI-generated fake images and videos, pretending to show the capture moment like handcuffed Maduro, with DEA agent soldiers or on planes. Many were deepfakes or edited old clips taken out of context, plus resurfaced conspiracy theories about Venezuelan elections and posts blurring real events with super-realistic fakes. These spread fast. One batch alone hit over 14 million views on X in just days. The goal was to create confusion, push pro-Russia or anti-US narratives, and make people doubt what really happened. How the algorithm would fight this step by step, in plain words. Step 1. Take clear and loud actions, the visible repairs. Groups committed to truth, governmental bodies and platforms, make a big public show of fighting the lies. Official statements from the US government, major news outlets and fact-checkers drop long detailed breakdowns of what actually happened in Maduro's capture, backed by real evidence, timelines, and verified photos, videos. They do high-profile interviews, post long threads, and blast public warnings like, "Heads up, big misinformation wave coming on Venezuela, here's how AI fakes work." They push general tips, check video watermarks, go to official sources. The whole spotlight lands on these counter-efforts. Meanwhile, the people spreading the fakes jump in to attack those fact-checks, call them biased propaganda, keep pumping out new versions of the lies to double down. It turns into a loud public showdown, and they feel like they're winning, because all the attention and pushback just gives them more eyes and fuel. Step 2. Conduct the essential work discreetly, the concealed pathway. While the public stays locked on the loud back-and-forth arguments, smarter moves happen quietly behind the curtain. Platforms silently track the accounts and posts getting the most shares. They quietly dial down visibility on the worst repeat offenders, pumping out tons of AI fakes. No big announcements, no making them martyrs, just subtle friction like tiny labels on shares saying this image may have been modified, or an extra click before you can share sketchy Venezuela videos most people never notice, but it slows the spread way down months before or right as the event starts. Low-key preemptive warnings slip out in the background, short games, apps, memes, or posts in small communities that casually show examples of AI tricks without naming Venezuela. Yet so when the viral clips hit, some folks already feel skeptical behind closed doors. Investigators quietly follow the money and connections, possibly linking to known foreign networks. They pass intel to platforms or officials to quietly shut down bot farms, cut funding lines, all off the record. No press, no drama. Over time, real trustworthy stuff, genuine footage, clear explanations, starts getting gently boosted in feeds, ranking higher than the fakes, without looking like heavy-handed censorship. Step 3. Continue observing and making adjustments. After a week or two, quietly check the numbers. Is that viral fake capture video still blowing up, or have shares dropped hard, even while people keep arguing about the big fact-check pieces? If the behind-the-scenes moves worked, spread, slowed belief in the lies, dipped in polls, surveys, then double down on those quiet tactics and dial back the loud public stuff. If the fake stories keep spreading anyway, despite all the noise, shift more effort to the invisible fixes, faster backend demotions, more low-key inoculations. The end result, the whole disinformation surge dies out way quicker. Most people never see the million-view fakes because their reach got silently choked. Public trust stays high since the big public fights didn't accidentally pump the lies too much. The spreaders burn energy yelling at the major reports, while their real pipelines get cut off without them figuring out why. This matches what reports from 2025-2026 showed. Loud fact checks grab headlines, but quiet platform tweaks, early subtle warnings, and cutting off bot networks' funding actually kill the momentum of AI-fueled fakes. To fight misinformation, we flip it into a truth guardian strategy. Start loud with big public fact checks, deep reports, verified evidence, and warnings like, "Beware AI fakes on this soon, here's how they trick you." This draws deceivers in. They attack the visible refutations, thinking they're winning, and burn energy there. Meanwhile, quietly platforms throttle top spreading accounts and bots. No announcements, just cut reach, add subtle friction like labels on posts, or extra clicks for sketchy shares, slip early gentle AI trick examples into games, memes, or small groups, so doubt creeps in before virals hit. Trace funders and operators behind scenes to quietly dismantle tools, money networks. No headlines, monitor if fakes slow, even as public debates continue. Lean harder into covert moves, ease loud ones, so lies fade fast without boosting visibility. A January 2026 example, post disasters like plane crashes or big news AI fakes, videos, images, stories explode fast, causing confusion. Reports show AI enables quick creation and spread. Apply here. Loud front news experts, fact checkers drop huge breakdowns, real footage, timelines, AI spotting tips, trapping spreaders in visible fights, hidden front limits, fake accounts, subtle hurdles, low-key inoculations, backend disruption. No press result, viral fakes lose momentum overall, even if arguments seem to drag on.